What's up, everyone? Mr. NoobTube Gamer giving you guys another Call of Duty Black Ops 1 gameplay commentary. Today we're playing Team Deathmatch on Hazard. This was a really good game. You guys definitely want to stick around for the gameplay. I think I go like 28-1. I get the attack dogs, the chopper gunner, all that good shit. So definitely stick around until the end. You won't regret it. And I also have a very interesting discussion to have with you guys today about how Battle Royale ruined the entire Call of Duty series. I know it sounds a bit dramatic, but I actually have data that will support my argument that the introduction of Battle Royale into the Call of Duty series has had a very negative effect on the quality of the multiplayer experience. The purpose of this video is not to look down on or insult people that play Battle Royale in Call of Duty if they play Warzone or Blackout. This video is not meant to make Battle Royale players feel bad and to say that Battle Royale players are not real COD players or something like that. Because I've seen a lot of that kind of rhetoric being used by other channels that I'm not going to name. I'm not here to insult people. But at the same time, me being someone who loves Call of Duty for the multiplayer, for the 6v6 multiplayer, Battle Royale has been a terrible, terrible thing. So here's the data I mentioned I had earlier. This is every Call of Duty game from COD 4 until Cold War. How many maps each game had, and how many of those maps were remakes. So let's just run through the whole thing real quick and see where Battle Royale fits into the data. And just a clarification before I start, this is every map including DLC, but not including the multiplayer maps that are part of a special game mode. That's not Team Deathmatch, Domination, the standard Call of Duty experience. So no Ground War and Modern Warfare. I'm not including those maps in the data. I'm not including War Mode in COD World War II, and I'm not including Face Off or Gunfight or any of those other modes. All the maps that I've included in the data are maps that are playable in 6v6 or 10v10, because that's what I consider to be the real Call of Duty experience. Everything else is just kind of on the side. And the reason why remakes are a part of my data is because a remade map is recycled content from a previous game, right? So if we see the COD series trending in a direction where they're relying more and more on recycled content and less on original content for the multiplayer, that's obviously a bad trend that we don't want to continue, because that indicates that the developers are putting much less attention into the multiplayer. They're putting much less effort into the multiplayer than they had previously. Alright, so let's take a look at this data, starting with Call of Duty 4. We had 20 maps in COD 4, and only one of those maps was a remake. And that one map was Chinatown. It was a remake of Carrington from Call of Duty 1. That map was part of DLC for Call of Duty 4. But out of 20 maps, that was the only remake. And then World at War is the only Call of Duty game on this list to have 0 remakes. Not a single multiplayer map in World at War is recycled or reused from a previous game. But then we have Modern Warfare 2, which compared to the previous 2 games had a good amount of remakes. You had 5 of them out of 26 maps. 4 of those maps were COD 4 maps that were brought back as DLC. They were Crash, Vacant, Strike, and Overgrown. And the 5th remade map in Modern Warfare 2 was actually part of the base game. It was Wasteland, actually. Wasteland was a remake of a map called Breakcourt in Call of Duty 1. And I'm sure most people don't even know that Wasteland is actually a remake of another map. But it is. And then we got Black Ops 1, which has the same amount of maps as MW2, but only 1 remake. And that 1 remake is actually the map that you see right now in this gameplay, Hazard, which those that played World at War might recognize as Cliffside. And then you got Modern Warfare 3, which despite having more maps than Black Ops 1 and Modern Warfare 2, still only had 1 remake in the entire game. And that 1 remake was Terminal, which was part of a free DLC update. Every other map was 100% original. And then you got Black Ops 2, which has 31 maps and 5 remakes, most of which were DLC. Same thing with COD Ghost, 31 maps, 5 remakes. Advanced Warfare had 30 maps and only 2 remakes, which was Pipeline from COD 4 and Hijack from MW2. Black Ops 3 had 29 maps, 6 of them were remakes. And Infinite Warfare similar, 29 maps and 5 remakes. And then World War II had 24 maps and 3 remakes. Shipment, Resistance, and Carrington. Now, COD World War II introduced a brand new mode called War Mode, which had their own separate maps that took away from 6v6. That's why you have less maps in COD World War II than most of the other Call of Duty games. That's because of War Mode, but you still had a very small proportion of remade maps compared to original maps. In COD World War II, only 1 out of every 6 maps was a remake, but in Black Ops 4, it's 1 out of 3. 1 out of 3 of all the maps are remade maps. You got 28 maps, 9 of them are remakes. And of course, Black Ops 4 is the first COD game to have a Battle Royale mode, which was Blackout. And that's the reason why you got so many recycled maps in Black Ops 4, because they had to to take a lot of resources away from multiplayer and put that towards Blackout. Because before then, all they had to do was work on multiplayer and zombies and their single-player campaign, but they didn't have to support the single-player campaign months after release like they do with the Battle Royale. You know what I'm trying to say? In order for Battle Royale to be a thing in Call of Duty, multiplayer needs to have less support than it did before. And that's backed up by the fact that Black Ops 4, Modern Warfare, and Cold War have the most remakes. They're the 3 games with the most remakes in all of Call of Duty history. And they're the 3 Call of Duty games that have a Battle Royale, which takes away resources from regular multiplayer. And that's how Battle Royale ruined COD. Because during Modern Warfare's life cycle, Infinity Ward was also working on Warzone. And it just so happened to be that Modern Warfare had more remakes than any Infinity Ward game before. Not a coincidence, obviously. And then Cold War is definitely the worst offender. It has one less multiplayer map than COD World War II, but 3 times as many remakes. And guess what? Treyarch worked on Warzone, while also working on Cold War multiplayer, while also working on Cold War zombies, while also working on Vanguard zombies, while also working on their next game that's going to come out in 2023, whatever that's going to be called. The point is, these developers are being so overwhelmed with work, especially Treyarch, that they're not able to give enough attention to one specific game mode. Zombies especially was really bad in Cold War. Only 3 maps. We might get a 4th one, but yeah, no, we didn't get a lot of zombie support this year. That's because they're also doing Vanguard at the same time. And with multiplayer, yeah, Battle Royale has definitely had a negative impact on the quality of 6v6 multiplayer. Because the moment Battle Royale was introduced to Call of Duty was also the same moment that we got less original content for multiplayer. And the numbers don't lie. What's even worse is that a lot of these maps, they're remakes of remakes. Maps that I played so many times before, and I don't want to play in a new game. I want a new game for new content. If I want to play the old maps, I'll go and play the old games. That's what I do on my channel already. A remade map here and there is okay, but it's definitely being way too overdone right now, to the point where the multiplayer is so much less enjoyable. And you can thank Battle Royale for that. Now Activision doesn't care as much about giving us a good multiplayer. Battle Royale is now the new focus of the COD series.